Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about having a great eating habits and how I lost over 100 pounds. But remember, if you like what I'm talking about, if you like my channel, please subscribe and don't forget to hit the notification button, because every time a new video comes out, you'll get notified when a new video on my channel comes up. Well, anyway, I lost 115 pounds to date. I'm still losing weight on purpose. One of the things that you have to worry about when you're diabetic is control your eating habits. I ate everything like everybody else. I love food. Food has no boundaries because it doesn't matter what background you come from, what skin color you are, what religion you are. Food is food, and everybody loves it. And you name it, I ate it. I ate whatever was put in front of me. I love my cake, ice cream, cookies, breads, carbs, pasta, from meat to chicken to Chinese food to Italian food, Asian food, whatever you want to, whatever was there, I loved eating and I enjoyed it. From home cooking to even fruits and vegetables, I'll eat. So of course, with those type of eating habits and not exercising as much, I blew up like a balloon. And my weight kept on going up and up and up, and then I got diabetes. But what I decided was, one of the things that the doctor kept on telling me was lose weight. Now, a lot of you that are on either you're taking your metformin or you're on insulin and you're taking the pens and you're injecting yourself with insulin. A lot of people, what they do is they think, oh, you know what, I'll have that extra piece of pie, I'll eat this, I'll eat that, I'll eat that, and screw it, because I'll just give myself more insulin. And that's what I used to do. I was going through those insulin pens like insulin was candy, and I would just keep on injecting myself with insulin, and I was eating my ice cream and my pasta and my rice and all my favorite foods and everything that I love to eat, and I kept on injecting myself. Now, it was much more challenging getting my numbers low, because I would spike up to 200, then go down to 90, and then my A1C was averaging 6 or 7, and it was just challenging. And the doctor kept on saying, exercise and diet, exercise and diet. So, of course, if you watch my couple of episodes that I spoke about not having insurance, when my insurance ran out, what happened was, at that point in time, I decided to say, you know what, I'm going to try to control it with diet. Now, I'm going to sidetrack a little bit, and I'm going to talk about my sister. My sister Lisa was also very, very overweight, and she also had type 2 diabetes. But she refused to take insulin or the pills. So what she did was, she exercised like crazy, changed her eating habits. She was eating nothing but healthy foods. She basically almost became a vegetarian. And she exercised night and day and night, and she lost a lot of weight, and she actually reversed her diabetes. Now, I know when you go on these groups, these Facebook groups or social media groups, and they all talk about reversing diabetes. My sister reversed her diabetes, and she loves food. She's addicted to foods, and she inspired me to lose weight, because I figured, wow, if my sister can lose that weight and reverse diabetes, I got a chance. If she can do it, and she loves her food too, I can do it too. So when I thought about what my sister did and how she reversed it and how she ate, I decided, you know what, I can't quit cold turkey like she did, because with anything, and this is where your eating habits change, and it doesn't matter if you're type 2 diabetic or whatever you are, what happens is you just can't all of a sudden just eat celery, lettuce leaves, and water and survive and quit cold turkey. So I decided in 2010, when my insurance ran out, I was going to control my diet. I knew getting fat and getting heavier, it was a work in progress. It wasn't just I went to sleep skinny and then I woke up, although it felt like that. I went to sleep skinny, and then all of a sudden I woke up, I was 100 pounds heavier. It was a work in progress. I kept on eating, and over the years I gained weight. So I figured it's going to take me over the years to lose weight. So what I did was I started to cut back. If I like pasta, instead of having a big heaping bowl of pasta, I had a cup of pasta. I drank a lot of soda. I don't like diet soda because it has that after bitter taste. So what I did was I got club soda or seltzer, and the flavored club soda or seltzer has 0 calories. There's nothing in it. So what I would do is I would take a glass, fill it up halfway, and then I would dilute it with Coca-Cola or some type of cola or Sprite, 7-Up, orange soda, what my favorite soda is, or a fruit punch to flavor that seltzer. So it was a half and half mix. Although there was still a lot of sugar in it, I was cutting back. The idea is I was cutting back. I was cutting my portions, I was cutting my carbs, and I was cutting everything down. Did I still eat cake? Yes. In my supermarket, they have this carrot cake. It's like a carrot cake log, and eat the whole thing in a couple of hours. So instead of buying the whole log, I actually bought a slice of it, and then I would take that slice and cut it down so I would just have a taste and I would control it. I didn't exercise at this point, but slowly but surely I started losing weight. I went from a 50 waist to a 48 waist to a 44 waist. And then when I got to the 44 waist, I kind of plateaued, but I was still eating the carbs, I was still eating the bread, but instead of having a full English muffin, I would have a half an English muffin. I love pancakes, so instead of having a full stack of pancakes, I would have 1 or 2 pancakes, but still my weight just wouldn't come off. And again, my sister reversed it, and although my sister, she didn't. What amazes me with my sister is that she got burnt out from dieting and exercise, and she went binging, and she did gain some weight back, but not all of it. And she stopped exercising, but in her job, she's very active. In her career, what she does, she's very active in her career. So I think that helped, because to this day, she's not diabetic. She doesn't take any medication. She doesn't take metformin. She doesn't take anything. She gets her blood tests regularly, and her A1C is like 5.4, 5.3, and her numbers are between 90 and 100. So she reversed it, and a lot of people have reversed it, so I don't know how that works. And again, I'm not a doctor and I'm not a dietitian. I'm talking to you as a friend, because I know a lot of people out there that are diabetic or even have weight issues, that they're trying to lose weight, and to lose weight anyway, just to having a healthy lifestyle. Because if you constantly eat, constantly gaining weight, you can't get diabetes if you don't have it already, or it can affect your cholesterol, your heart, your blood pressure, and other slew of things can happen if you keep on gaining weight. So my end goal is to try to reverse it so I don't have to take the insulin. But again, if that's the case, I have to continue with my better eating habits. So I found that I plateaued. I lost a good 50 to 60 pounds at that point. My waistline went down, so I had to buy new shorts and shirts, because what I did was I cut everything in half. I was still eating ice cream, but instead of eating a pint of ice cream in 2 days, I stretched it out to 4 or 5 days. If I wanted a cookie, instead of eating the whole box of cookies, I would cut it in half and stretch those cookies, have 1 or 2 cookies. But again, it was one of those things. I was still eating the cookies, I was still eating the ice creams, and I was still eating the rice, the pastas, and the bread. Something happened to me that every time I would eat pasta or starch, gluten, anything that had a lot of carbs, my stomach always felt bloated, very gassy, and it was horrible gas. I know this is going to get personal, but my gas smelled like a sewer. When I went to the bathroom, it was always diarrhea. My stomach was always upset. And when I took a good crap, a good dump, I mean, I blew up the toilet, and it smelled like a sewer. To the point that I would, in public, sometimes if I would eat in a restaurant, I would rush home and have to go to the bathroom. 2 occasions in my life, I literally sharded, which is basically farted and shit all over the place in my shorts. The last time that happened, it was right before Christmas, when I was up in Orlando visiting my family. And I actually, and of course, if anybody's watching this and you're from CVS up in Orlando, yes, I'm the guy that basically shit all over your bathroom and left it a complete mess, because I basically shit in my pants and diarrhea all over the place. It ran down my leg. I had to rush to the bathroom twice, and thank God it was a private bathroom, because it got to the point where the floor was filled up with diarrhea unbelievable. I feel sorry for the person that had to clean that bathroom, but I left that bathroom a total mess, smelling like a complete sewer. And I had to wash my shorts out in the sink, throw my underwear out, and basically go back to my hotel and take a shower and throw out my shorts because it was all with diarrhea and stain. And at that moment, I said to myself, something has to be what is wrong with my son? Because when I got home from my Orlando trip, my stomach was very upset. I couldn't travel. I couldn't travel because I always had to have a bathroom nearby. And it was one of those things that I just couldn't understand. I lost the weight, but something was I just couldn't figure out what was going on with me. So I went on the internet and I learned that maybe I'm very sensitive to gluten. So it said take the 7-day gluten diet. And I did. I got rid of all the glutens, all the carbs. I didn't eat any bread. I didn't eat any white rice, nothing. And of course, I cut down the sugar at this point. And let me tell you something, it didn't take 2 days. My stomach went back to normal. I didn't have gassing. I didn't bloat. I didn't have agita. I didn't feel terrible. I wasn't diarrheaing. It's like my stomach and my body just clicked. So I continue having that gluten-free, carb-free diet. And as I removed the carbs from my diet and all that gluten and the rice and the pasta, and I got rid of all the breads, guess what happens? I started losing weight even more. To my amazement, I lost another 40 pounds, 45 pounds, and I went from a 44 waist to now a 40 waist. And even the 40 waist is loose on me because I got rid of all the carbs. And I started drinking more water, and I even cut down even more of the sugar because, of course, in this part, when I started getting rid of all the carbs, my diabetes, that's when my neuropathy started acting up and my toes were getting infected and I had the foot ulcer, and that's when I had to go to the hospital. So when they told me my blood sugar, my A1C was at 7 and my blood sugar was in the high to mid 2s. So once I started getting on the doctor and I got my medical insurance back and I was able to afford the medical insurance, then what happened was I started taking insulin, and once I started taking insulin, to this date, as last week, my A1C is 5.4, and my blood sugar is ranging between 90 and 105 at this point. What's happening is, what's helping me a lot, I notice, is I started introducing exercise into my plan. So with eating very little gluten and carbs, and eating very, very little sugar, as a matter of fact, no sugar at all. And I even got away from the seltzer, mixing in the soda. I just drink now Powerade. I've been drinking. I do a lot of sugar-free drinks and juices, energy juices that are sugar-free. And I make sure that I take a multivitamin. And I take my B12 because, again, all that carbs, I notice that even for my neuropathy, because a lot of people when they have neuropathy, they feel pain in your feet. You'll feel the tingling, you'll feel the burning, but what happens is, I think since I cut out all the carbs and most of my sugar, I don't have the pain of the neuropathy and that tingle. I still feel the tingling, but it's manageable. I can walk, I can sleep, I can do everything. With the tingly feet and the burning sensation and the numbness, but most of the time it's just numb, so the tingling and the burning really doesn't come that much anymore. By taking the multivitamin, taking my baby aspirin that I'm taking, and for my high blood pressure, and of course I'm still doing the injections of the insulin, I'm still losing weight. But I noticed what I did was I decided that once I'm able, my foot healed up, and my foot doctor says, you can go to the gym and just do the bicycle, just do the bike. I decided to go to the gym. You don't have to spend a lot of money on a gym membership. My building just happens to have a gym inside the building, and a very good gym, by the way. So I started doing more of the aerobics, and I haven't been to a gym. Last time I've been to a gym, I was like 22 years old, and I was a power lifter, and I lifted a lot of weights and all that stuff. And now that I'm gonna be 52 in November soon, I'm weak. So I decided just to go ahead and do more of the aerobics, get on the bike, do 15, 20 minutes, 30-minute workout. I do the bike. I start working out with weights. I do a lot of reps with the light weights. So I put the weights on 20 or 30 pounds, and I do the machine, and I do more reps, and I do more of a cardio type of thing. And I noticed since I've been doing that, not only am I losing weight, and I'm maintaining and losing my weight, but I notice that when I test my blood after I work out, before I work out, and then after I work out, I notice my blood sugar goes down. So as I'm exercising, my blood sugar is in check to the point where I used to take the pen and I used to do 10 units of insulin. Because now I'm working out and I cut out the carbs, that 10 now turned into 3 to 5 units of insulin, and I'm not using as much insulin, so I'm not going through the pens like I used to. So one pen that has 100 units in it, now it's lasting me a good month. So I noticed with the diet and the exercise, I'm not using that much insulin, and my A1C right now it's steady, definitely under 6.0, which is very good. And my blood sugar every time I test it is within 90 to 105. If I eat something, and what I notice, a lot of people on the social media boards that I go to and that I read, I notice a lot of people say, I go to sleep, my blood sugar is a 95, and then I wake up in the morning and my blood sugar is 135, 140. It happens to me too. I don't know why. Again, I'm not a doctor or a nutritionist. I don't know why that happens. I was told, or what in my readings, that the liver saves it and then must comes out at night or something to that effect. I'm not 100% sure. So if you know the reason why, leave it in the comments below. But anyway, and that happens to me. But don't freak out, because I notice also if you get stressed out and you get frustrated, it also makes your blood sugar go up as well. So try to live a stress-free life as best as possible. Don't let drama get to you or hinder you. Concentrate on your eating habits and taking your medication, doing the insulin, and checking your blood. So to sum everything up, regardless if you're diabetic or not, cut down your carbs, because that really does help. I even told my sister about that because she was also going through her stomach pains and gassing and all that stuff. And I told her my plan. I said, you know what, Lisa? I says, try to cut down your carbs. And cut it down. So she did, and she feels so much better, because her diabetes is in remission, but she also suffers from arthritis, and because she cut down the carbs, even her arthritis is feeling much better. She's sleeping better, she's more active, she's not lethargic, she's not tired. So cut down the carbs, drink more water, drink sugar-free drinks. I drink, like I said, the Powerade drinks, which are very good. I do the vitamin water, which is the zero one, the vitamin water, because that has the B12, and so does the Powerade. They have the vitamins in there, and I take a multivitamin, so take that as well. And cut down, and if you're diabetic, check your blood and exercise, because that really does help, so you're not really dependent on insulin. And again, if you've been watching my on my channel and you've been tuning into the diabetic stuff that I've been posting on the episodes, I told you from the beginning, it's like a battle. So this is part of the battle. If you go in there with all your ammunition and you're going to fight the war, fight it by eating healthy, getting proper exercise. Try to keep your stress levels down, eat right, and exercise, and you'll be surprised that hopefully, for me, I can get it into remission like my sister did, or like many others that I read. Or even if it's not in remission, at least I don't have to take that much insulin, and I'm not insulin dependent and shooting up these needles like crazy and popping all kinds of pills, because that's something I don't want to be dependent on. And I want to make sure that I'm healthy and keep my system clean of food, to the point that I'm almost becoming a vegetarian, where I'm eating less meat. I'm eating those burgers that are made out of vegetables and stuff like that, and the soy. So I've been eating that, which really tastes great, because it does taste like meat, to be honest with you. So, but I don't have it with the bread or anything else like that. I kind of like eat it without the bread, but I have all the trimmings like it was a hamburger but without the bread. So if you have any comments below, if you want to gripe, if you want to share some of your secrets of how you lost weight or trying to lose weight, or if you want to ask me any questions about weight loss, again, I'm not a doctor or nutritionist, but leave your comments below. I'll talk to you like a human being and what works for me. Everybody's different, so keep that in mind. So what works for me may not work for you, but I know for me, I'm a weakling when it comes to food. So I know if it works for me, it can work for many people out there. So if you have any comments, please put it down below, and I try to get to your comments as fast as a timely fashion. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you like what I'm talking about. If you like my things here on my channel, subscribe to it, and don't forget to press the notification button, because every time a new video will go up, you'll get notified, so this way you'll know when a new video comes up. I'll try to update, because I know there was a lag in between. I was going through my medical problems with my neuropathy and stuff like that. In my next video, what I'll do is I'll talk more about the neuropathy and what that is. Basically, for those, just to give you a little hint, neuropathy is you lose all feelings in your feet and your fingertips, but I don't have it in my fingertips, I just have it in my feet for now. So I'll talk about that in my next video coming up, and we'll talk more about neuropathy and the lessen the pain, because I know a lot of people suffer from the pain that's really bad. And so I'll give you a little hint how I go through my pain of neuropathy and how I correct it and manage it. So anyway, so again, leave your comments below, subscribe, hit the notification buttons, and I'll see you the next time around.